Minutes later.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Come on. Holy smokes! Which one of you did this? Explain yourself. Was it you, Tiger? Was it you? Or you? 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 What? What? Where's my engine? Why is it in my tractor? So right now, a lot of you are going, what is this tractor? And this is my Honda HT4213 with the motor out. The motor is over there. They're 2-cylinder 13 horsepower liquid cooled in an empty chassis. That's because I'm repowering this mower with a Briggs & Stratton and some kind of belt-driven transmission, because this is a horizontal shaft engine, as you can see. You can't see. Horizontal shaft engine. There's the exit for the drive shaft, and then it inputs into here. There would normally be a clutch there, but I decided I'm going to mount a Briggs in here, and I apologise for the stupid strap. I hate it, but I'm clumsy with things and need it. The Briggs will go there. It's going to need to be mounted up a little bit, I think, and then the pulley will be like here. I'm not sure how it's going to be able to come off, but we'll figure that out later. And then the belt will go back to a belt-driven transmission. So quite a bit of fabrication, but should be good. So what we're going to do in this first update and introduction is clean that chassis up with this, the Kasha K3. Still haven't finished the video on this thing. Need to. Guys, so what I'm going to do now is just remove any unnecessary components for this swap. So this little thing that used to be for the carburetor is coming off. This is like a fuel overflow kind of thing. Pretty sure that's what it is anyway. That's what it did anyway when the float stuck fully open and the carburetor overflowed. It went into here and it just came straight. I think it's supposed to backfeed into the tank, but I'm going to take this off and save it because when the Briggs is in here, the carburetor is going to be on that side, judging by the way the Briggs sits. So I might move it over, drill another one of these little holes over to here, and use it as the same purpose, or I might just chuck it out because I'm not sure if a Briggs really needs that. In fact, I'm not sure if it's capable of having that. I'll have to look on one of my other two tractors. But right now I'm just going to remove that. Then this is going to come out, and this needs to get cleaned up and painted. Before I do that, I just want to show you guys these. These are like little ratcheting spanners, but they're they're just normal spanners, but they ratchet on the closed end. So these are really cool, and they're in metric, so I've been saving them for this Japanese mower. But yeah, I'm just going to get started with my ratcheting spanners.
Your lips, they tasted like those cigarettes. Staring at the moon, we'd go to bed. In my arms, you're safe and sound, without a threat. And I can't wait to see what happens next. How far can we get if we sail a little bit high?
So my plan is, instead of having these sit like this, with the battery tray here, which is bad for weight, I don't want the weight up high in this thing, I'm going to try, at least, and mount it. It can't be there, because a pulley is going to be here. Pulley is going to be here with a belt going to the back, so it's going to have to sit like that, and it can't go any further back, because the fuel line comes out. Could go like that, but I think it's gonna go like this. I hope, anyway. My plan. It always amazes me with this Honda how good the frame is. I mean, the bodywork is nothing to be proud of, but this thing's 29 years old, 1987, and look at the frame. It's immaculate. That's why I'm building off this. That's why I'm going to be installing a Briggs & Stratton. If you guys have a Briggs & Stratton and you're in New Zealand, preferably the North Island, Auckland region, because that's where I'm located, then hit me up on Instagram. Just email me, roadrollermailbox@gmail.com. Leave a comment, send me a message on YouTube, whatever. Do whatever you have to get to me. My Instagram's at 87roadroller. And obviously, you're watching me on YouTube right now, so you probably found my channel. But Briggs & Stratton, going back to a belt-driven transmission. So the Briggs & Stratton is going to have to, I'm hoping it's going to be about here. It's going to need blocks that go up, and the bottom of the Briggs is going to be about here, which is why I'm mounting the battery low to get the weight down a bit. So the Briggs is going to be about here, hopefully, and then the pulley will sit about here. So you won't actually be able to get the pulley off with the engine installed, just because of the way the suspension works, which is a bit naff, but the engine on these things is 4 bolts. 4 bolts and it comes out, so not that big of a deal. But I am going to make it so that it's very easy to remove and install. I don't want it too pokey, is what I'm saying. But the craftsmanship on this Honda is just amazing. Every single nut is welded to the other side. And I don't think I'm going to be able to keep up that because my welding is not brilliant. I am going to learn to weld, like, even better than I can, because I'm not very good at it at the moment. And I'm going to, the fabrication on this will be me, which is what I want. But if it's up here, I don't think, I'm going to go get the Murray, and then I'm going to measure the engine on that, and we're going to make like a cardboard template. Hopefully. So what I'm going to do is get a measuring tape and measure where the bolts are on either side of the engine and make myself a cardboard template.
Bit long. How far can we get if we sail?
So before the camera dies, let's see where this is going to sit. So this is the engine. I want this thing as far forward as possible, preferably about there. That's, in fact, it's gonna have to be about there, basically. So this is where it'll bolt. So we're gonna need to build some kind of outrigger of sorts that will work. So if it's centered, it'll be, and it needs to be here. So it's going to be about there, guys. So can you see that? I hope so. That is where the engine will be mounted. That's the floor bin. The engine will be bigger, obviously, but that's... Alright guys, so the camera died, but basically what I've been doing is measuring the Murray's engine, which is a Briggs & Stratton 15.5 horse, which is basically the size of the engine I want. Then I've been transferring the measurements and trying to mock up using measuring tape where stuff would go. And I worked out that with all this here, the motor's going to have to, it'll be about here. So I'm going to have to get everything working. Then this hood is going to have to be modified. It's not going to be in the stock position. So that's basically what I've been doing. I had to put all this back on, measure up where everything's going to be. So the engine doesn't have much room. It really doesn't. But yeah, I'm happy because I should just be able to extend this. This will be out further and up further, and I'll move this forward a little bit, and it was clicking. But it does need to go up because the engine has to sit up this high from the frame for the pulley to clear the cross member. Then, because it's up this high, the engine will sit about, the top of the dipstick or engine will be about here, and the bonnet, you will see when I close it, it's sloped, so it'll hit. So basically, that's all I've been doing. This is the first update video on the Honda Repower project. Hope you enjoyed. Leave your comments down in the comment box below, along with your suggestions, and I will see you in the next video. Follow me at 87 Road Roller on Instagram. Peace!